Hi, I thought I'd show you another app, and this one is called Mural. So, as with all the other apps I've shown you how to use, you need to kick off by creating your own Mural account, going to mural.co and logging in. And then once you've done that, you actually get to this kind of like desktop page. So, very simply to start with, you have options down the left hand side, but we're just going to start by creating a new mural. So just click the create, and it comes loaded with a whole variety of different templates that you can actually use. So it's probably worth exploring these to start with, because there's a lot of things that you can actually do with it. I'm just going to select a blank mural to start with, and I'm going to click create. So the way to think about this is that it is effectively an incredibly large canvas. So if you look in the bottom, this is the space that you're actually working with. So you can move the view. This is the view that we're actually seeing on the screen. You can actually enlarge or decrease. So it's basically a very large collaborative working space. So you can use it to get students to engage with. You can get students to create their own mural account to start actually putting their own stuff on. The other thing I think would be really cool would be as an assessment, actually getting students to create something in Mural, like a project management plan or a marketing strategy, or a mood wall for a marketing campaign would be really good. But what they would be able to do in it is actually section the different areas off to tell a really good story. So it's a big canvas, and on the left hand side what you simply have is the tools. And so like, I'm just moving around the tablet here. I've got my little hand tool so I can move around to where I want to go. So on the left here, if I turn that off, we have a whole variety of different tools. So for example, if I click this one, I can put in different post-it notes of different sizes. So I can say, right, well, we can structure these off. So I want to stick a yellow post-it note in. I'm going to drag that in, and then it allows me to annotate these stickers, and then we just release that. And if I want to move that around, I just highlight that end one. Helps if I can spell, so I can bold the text. Just trying to work out how I can edit that. How do I edit that? There we go, edit. There we go. Still learning this one. There we go. So we can do that, and perhaps I need to put a different coloured one in. So I just drag and drop that in. Okay, and then again. So we can build this up. You can play around with the text font sizes there, and then we can move those around like that. We can add in comment boxes like that. Save that, and so those comments can be placed against that. So that's got more background information in, or if you've got collaborative people actually using on it, people can create a comment and work on how a particular aspect of strategy is being developed, and we just close that by closing that. So that's quite cool. You then got a shape palette, so you can put in lines and you can connect. Went there. So we can connect between different places, and we can drag those different elements. Just close that down. You've got different icons that you can actually draw in there as well, which can help annotate. And the other thing you can also put in, if you want, is that you've got the option for putting different grids in to form tables. And again, you just drag and drop those onto the canvas. And then you can also look for images, and again, it's just a case of dragging and drop that image over where you want it to go, like that. Or you can upload your own images off your PC. Okay. The other thing it's got, if you're actually using this on a tablet or on iPad Pro or something like that, you can actually also scribble, and you can highlight and you can annotate. So there's a lot of flexibility in there in terms of how you can actually bring this canvas to life. And we just click done drawing top right, and that's like that. So you can see in the grand scheme of things, we've only filled a very small portion of the overall canvas up. So if I drop out, you can see that we've only used that. So there's an awful lot of space that's potentially that you can potentially use for developing a story or a narrative or a project plan that actually goes with it. If you want people to collaborate, just go up to share, and then you just basically type in the email addresses of the people that you want to invite, or you can actually send the link. As with most things now, you've also got the opportunity to take the embed code, so you can actually embed that into your Moodle page and actually have students contribute to that towards a session. Or in fact, in a session, the canvas is actually big enough that the students could each work in their own area of the canvas to develop their own ideas. So it really is, you just need to think quite strategically about how you can actually use it, but it's got an awful lot of potential. And if you want to export it, the finished one, you take that out as a PDF, and that will allow you to download what you've actually done. And again, you can export and embed the finished version as HTML code, so you can actually embed that into a website or a Moodle page. So again, it's quite useful. So in summary, it's a really large canvas, really good for collaborative working. There's lots of tools that you can put on the side to actually start developing a story. It's good for interactive opportunities in a session. It's good for student collaborative working, and it's also good for students actually working collaboratively on their own. They can create their own mural. They can invite everybody else to join and work as a group, and then they can actually share it with you by using the share command. What you can then do is come in and using the editing options, which I showed you how to use, is that with the drawing commands and the text, you could actually annotate your marking actually on top of that, which I think is quite useful as well. So hopefully you might find that a productive tool to support collaboration and engagement.